I would like to welcome the last keynote speaker within this topic. As Chief Digital Innovation, Automation and Analytics, he plays multiple connecting roles in the digitalization of Asahi Europe and International, renowned for beverage brands such as Grolsch and Peroni. Since his assignment, he introduced so-called micro-transformations based on agile principles. Please welcome on stage Bhuvan Panwar, Chief Digital Innovation, Automation and Analytics at Asahi Europe and International.
Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm loud and clear and you all can hear me. First of all, while reaching here, I was thinking, oh my God, big crowd, and I can't even see the people sitting at the last row of the room. But I want to say a big thank you and congratulations to ICT for organizing such an event and bringing the think tank of Netherlands to this day and making it possible and successful. So maybe a big round of applause for ICT for making this happen. And also I want to give a big thanks also to our strategic partner, Tech Mahindra, Sandeep, who's in the room, who also ensured that I'm here to share our humble story and our journey of digital transformation, what we have done in Asahi Europe and International. I play a role of a Chief Digital Officer and with the company for about 3 years, and that's the moment when the journey started to start bringing the digital technologies and emerging tech to the organization to enable our business for growth and drive the persona-driven business transformation. So before I go any further and speak about what my company does, who we are, I just want to give you or throw a little number, and that number should basically be the conversation of the rest of my notes, amplifying human potential with artificial intelligence. And this is not so much about just the artificial intelligence, but the number. And the number is 100 million in 2 months. And that's the number when ChatGPT launched or was reintroduced beginning of this year, achieved in just 2 months, versus a mobile phone, which took about 16 years to get to that number. For Facebook, it was about 4.5 years. And then for internet, it was about 7.5 years. So why this number is relevant? Because it's about people. People, those who really got curious about the technology, people, those who really wanted to innovate with the technology, people, those who want to experience what's going on behind this technology. And now, coming back to us, who we are. We are Asahi Europe and International. We own 62 brands globally. Some of them have been mentioned already. Asahi Dry, Peroni, Grolsch, which is a Dutch brand as well. Pilsner Urquell, a heritage and historic brand. And also some of the others. I don't have to say all of the names, but 10,000 people, 19 breweries present in 8 markets. We export to about 80 markets, and part of an Asahi group, which is a Japanese organization. So what is this program that I'm leading in the company? This is about really people that are working with us day in, day out. And this is where I wouldn't like to reimagine my job. Already, I'm doing this not as a digital officer, but as a people officer. Because this is really my day in the job. Looks like 80% of the time when I'm having such conversation, trying to inspire people, trying to bring my partners, those who can bring the change and bring the technology for our use. So basically leveraging the people's innovation, their ideas, their experience to then put together the technology for their use and drive the results for growth, for experiences, and also co-develop the future digital workforce. Moving on, straight jumping into the topic, embrace the change, it's already here. And this is about what's happening around us. I heard a few mentions about collaborations, the speed of execution, artificial intelligence, good or bad, should we use it for what purpose? And this is where I'm saying this is not so much about the technology, but this is about how people are taking forward this change and how they are adopting and learning the evolution of technology that is happening around us. And in that moment, I think myself every day in, day out, that the job of my organization or the purpose of my organization is to brew the beer, is to sell the beer, and then supply the beer to my customer that reaches to my consumers. Not so much, run after like a technology giant like Google or Microsoft or few others. But then it is important for us to also define our objective and the right speed that we can run together with the technology evolution and find our common goal and objective that will help us to leverage the technology to the best of our purposes, which is helping us to serve the beer to our consumers and also improve our supply chain so that we can basically supply those brands to the customers all across the world. So the change is already happening. It's just a matter of how do you going to embrace that. And we are kind of using the power of people, power of learning and engaging with the people almost every day in, day out, where we speak about how technology is going to change the way they work today and how they will be organizing it tomorrow. Would you trust if no glasses? And this was the screen that I come across while I was preparing for a debate. And it was a good discussion within the panel that is it really about so much the technology, which is to speak about explainability, traceability, and trustability, and I can go on this subject for hours. But even before that, the business users, those who are not really close to technology, for them to start understanding what this technology really means, the foundation of it. Because if they really doesn't understand, they doesn't really believe in this technology that is there, evolving, going to make a difference, I think all of this conversation, which is about traceability, explainability, has become a technical discussion that from where do you get the data, how do you transform the data from different layers, and create this segmentation and transformation of results for them. And he just want to sell beer. He just want to go to the customer, have a negotiation. He just want to come back to the desk and manage the supply chain. And this is where I think the change is happening, where we are bringing our business colleagues and resources closer into the discussions, which looks like an alien discussion for them when we start, because they're like, okay, Bhuvan, where do you get me now? I don't understand any of this technology discussion, but then this is my job to make it simple for them. This is my job to explain them what is the data conversation, why do we need in their business functions a data product owner, why do we need to take care of the quality assurance, why do we need to understand from where do you get the data and how do you explain the data. And this is where the change is happening in my organization. And they start to believe in some of these things. They're getting closer. They started to embed these roles in their organization, which is then, as a result of it, will be able to speak the business language and the tech language within their function, which doesn't require a lot of effort or big effort from my organization going forward. And this is an interesting one, So all of us are knowingly, unknowingly, being either influenced or being impacted because of artificial intelligence. And that's really, really happening, with the light of speed. You saw the performance in the morning, the digital twin singer. And there is such digital twin singer or news readers or many other things available on many platforms that you'll be hardly able to recognize who's reading this news. Is it a real person or a person who is being designed by artificial intelligence? So I think that influence is already taking place. But then for what reasons? I think this is for the reason where we like people to speak to people, what Rob said in the morning in the panel, and to collaborate for better good, and to create innovation and ideas, which then the digital workforce can take it forward. And this is where the impact is going to happen, that because we will be more looking at the innovation as a society to bring the better good for the people around us, but then let the technology do the work that we have been doing for ages, which we like to call it more mundane task, repeatable task, which doesn't require so much of innovation in it once it has been automated or designed for. So really, follow that approach, and then you will see that how you can use the best of the technology and the human together. Is it a choice about good or bad? And that's the question when I was hearing to Frank, he mentioned, or he showcased some examples where the technology or deepfake is used for cloning your voice, making a call to your mother or to your husband or to your brother or to anybody, and then asking for a ransom or the money in a way that someone will trust and will basically transfer the money. And this is happening across the globe. People are being conned with this technology. for a number of reasons. But then on the other hand, you see the technology is being used as well to give the voice to someone who cannot speak, like Frank was saying, to create a digital persona that is no more with you now, and also to enable more jobs in the future that are not mechanical, but more about innovation. I see my time is up, but this is probably it for me. And by far, the greatest danger of artificial intelligence is that the people conclude too early that they understand artificial intelligence. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for listening.